Hello, my friends. Welcome to the Wicked Bitter channel. I'm Travis. Thank you for checking out this video. If you are a WWE fan and you enjoy WWE content, this is the channel for you. Hit like on this video, subscribe to this channel, and let's get into wrestling here on this channel. This is all wrestling. This is all WWE. We cover Raw, Smackdown, NXT sometimes. I say that, but we never really do cover NXT. I plan on it, though. I'm going to. Right now, it's Raw, Smackdown, the PLEs. We do predictions. We do reviews. We do email videos, which is like my favorite thing. You email me. I put it on this video and I read it. I love that because that's the time where I get to hear all of your opinions, all of your comments, all of your anything you want to talk about. That's my favorite thing to do. So, but today we're talking about SmackDown, and boy, what a SmackDown it was. WWE does this thing now where like they show the wrestlers walking into the arena before the show. I mean, they've been doing it for a while now, but I do enjoy that. I like it. I will say this though, and it's not to start this whole thing off negative, but I really don't like, it bothers me so much every time I see it. When Cody Rhodes is walking, he does that like forced, like fake, like $1 million like smile that he likes to put on. I hate it because it comes out of nowhere. And it's like, if you really truly think about it, you're like, what is he smiling at? Like no one said anything to him. He didn't see anything. He's like looking straight, walking into the arena. Just a random smile pops up and then it goes away. And you're just like, well, what's going on? Why does he have to do that every time? It bothers me because I feel like it's so like forced and cringy. And I love Cody, so don't take it the wrong way. I'm just saying. But like, man, like, can we not do that every single time? One of the people they do show, and it looks like he had already been there, I hope so at least, because he's in his wrestling gear with a t-shirt on. But Randy Orton, he's walking through the backstage arena, and you can tell that he's going to walk out to the ring because he's got that pep in his step. He's ready. He's getting out there. And before he gets out to the ring, of course, he walks through Gorilla. And who's in Gorilla? Triple H. And that's the guy he needed to talk to. Remember last week, he told he wanted the match with Owens at Crown Jewel. He told Nick Aldis. Nick Aldis said, hey, it didn't come from me that Kevin Owens is home and suspended. It came from above. And Randy said, okay, so now I know who I need to talk to. Of course, it's going to be Triple H. And it's funny that he couldn't talk to Triple H the whole rest of SmackDown last week or through the week leading up to SmackDown this week. The only time he gets to talk to Triple H is on SmackDown. He doesn't have his number anywhere else. He has to talk to him there. And he couldn't talk to him before work. So he ended up trying to talk to Triple H in Gorilla. Triple H was not having it. He pointed out to the curtain. He's like, get out there. So Randy said, okay, fine, I'll get out there. Randy gets out to the ring, and he calls out Triple H. So it pretty much did nothing. He told Triple H that he wants the match against Kevin Owens at Crown Jewel, and he thinks that Triple H is just protecting Owens, and he wants Triple H out there. He just kept hounding down that fact, and then Triple H comes out. By the way, why does Randy Orton look like he's 9 feet taller than Triple H? I don't remember this ever being the case. When Triple H was wrestling, yeah, Randy Orton was always taller, but it didn't look like he was that much taller than Triple H. Maybe like 3 or 4 inches. Here, it looked like Randy was 10 feet taller than Triple H. Randy looks like a freaking giant right now compared to Triple H. I don't know what's going on. Is it because Triple H is getting older and he's just like, his back is like shrinking? Like, what's going on? It's the weirdest thing, but regardless, Triple H is out there, and Randy Orton keeps saying over and over and over again, even though Triple H is trying to deny it, that Triple H is protecting Kevin Owens from Randy Orton. And then Triple H ends up flipping it and saying that he's protecting Orton from Owens. And he says that it's because he sees something different in Owens. The look in his eye is different. He's never seen it before. He knows something wrong. He knows something bad will happen. And that Randy's was gone for like 18 months with an injury, and Triple H doesn't want that to happen again to Orton. So it's like he's protecting Orton from getting injured or whatever the case may be from Kevin Owens, because that look in Owens' eyes, like he's got that look where he's just about to run through the show and just demolish everybody. And Randy Orton's pretty much like astonished by this, didn't realize that that's what the case was. Triple H mentions to Randy Orton that, Kevin Owens in this business, he was known as the prize fighter, and he wouldn't think twice before stabbing a friend in the back. And, he said that for the first time ever, Kevin Owens felt like he was stabbed in the back by Cody Rhodes and by Randy Orton. That's where all this anger is coming from. Regardless, all of this to say, Orton just keeps begging Triple H. He ends up saying, I didn't come out here to talk to Paul Levesque. I came here to talk to the Game, the cerebral assassin, the King of Kings. I came here to talk to that guy. Where is that guy? Because that guy knows that when somebody does this to me, I'm going to get back and do it to them, just like Triple H used to do. And he kept begging for it. And Triple H says, I hope you know what you're asking for. And Triple H asked, do you really want this? And he said, fine. You got your match at, Crown Jewel against Kevin Owens. But then something funny happened at the end there. It made me think a little bit. Triple H said, from now on, I would protect yourself from Kevin Owens, or, protect yourself, because it's like he alluded to that Triple H knew something was going to happen. Like, it's like Triple H knows that Kevin Owens is going to do something, or it even gave me like an idea of like Kevin Owens working with Triple H, almost like a new like corporate like authority 2.0 or 3.0 kind of thing, like he was with Seth or something. It's like the way he was warning Randy Orton to protect yourself, but like Orton should be like, why? From what do you mean? From what? Like, what do you know? And Triple H just seemed very ominous about it. It was very weird, but he said that. I don't know, it could have been just a throwaway line, but I don't think it was. I feel like Triple H knows something. And imagine Triple H being the heel boss just like Vince was, and I know we kind of got a little bit of that with the Authority back in the day, but I don't know. Maybe we get a new revamped version of that. Who knows? We get the Game 7 match here, Carmelo Hayes versus Andrade, and I love that LA Knight, who was the special guest referee in this match, was just wearing his title for a big part of the start of this match. I thought that was pretty funny. The match was good. LA Knight, when he's, it does the typical thing where he counts to 4 and he breaks up the opponents like very aggressively and they get in each other's face, all that kind of stuff, what you would expect. And I thought it was cool when he would count, like if somebody was like on the outside, you got to count to 10. Every time he would throw out a number like 1, the crowd would be like, yeah. Like, I think that was pretty cool. This match ends up becoming like a double D. I don't know what he's going to label it. He's just going to throw the match out the window, I guess, because he ends up LA Knight ends up attacking both of these guys. He basically says, to hell with this match. I don't know why I couldn't remember that, but he said, to hell with this match. The only guy who's important kind of thing is LA Knight and whatever. And he did that whole spiel, left. And Carmelo and Andrade looked confused in the ring, like, what the hell just happened? Like, who wins? So we don't know who wins until we get to the backstage area, and I was going to talk about this before I saw the backstage scene, so it pretty much got answered for me. LA Knight ends up running into Aldis, and Aldis says, hey, you know what? By doing that, now you have to worry about both of them, because at Crown Jewel, it will be a triple threat match for your United States Championship. So I think a lot of us expected this to kind of happen here. I like it. I think that'll be a good match at Crown Jewel. I'm still a little critical of this whole thing because I want LA Knight to have a really memorable, like hot feud, like a hot feud, like a mid-card, like bring it up. I mean, Breaker versus Jay is a hot feud. Like that is, the promos are great. It's a big time matchup. You can main event a show with it. You feel like it does more for both guys leaving it. This feud, I don't know if I get that. I don't think anybody seriously thinks that Andrade and Melo are going to beat LA Knight. I think everybody just assumes it's LA Knight, like he's just going to win it. I want one of these feuds where you don't know who's going to win. You're like, damn, LA Knight versus like AJ Styles, like who wins that? Like something like that. And I want it to be like a really good, like drawn out month by month feud, like something that really gives us something to really follow. But maybe we'll get that in the future. But right now, and it's not even like I don't like any of these guys. I love all three. It's just, I don't know. I want something a little more like tense between LA Knight and someone else for this rivalry. Something that we can remember years from now. A little backstage segment. Tiffany is back. Tiffany Stratton back here on SmackDown. Nia Jax ends up telling her that she's got to face Naomi or got to handle Naomi, and Tiffany offers that she'll do it, and Nia ends up telling Tiffany, no, it's fine. I found someone who did it. She stepped up last week. She pinned Bayley last week. I'm going to give it to Candice LeRae. And LeRae comes in with Indy, says something like good luck, or I can't remember what she said to her. But, yeah, Candice LeRae versus Naomi tonight, and that match will be up next. And Tiffany just looks not too happy about it. She's like, wow, I was sick last week. I could do it now. I'm fine now. But, yeah, so I think this is all building to turn Tiffany Stratton into a babyface. And when she does, I wonder if WWE gives Nia Jax, Indy, and Candice as like her lackeys or something. I don't know. I feel like Nia would serve good in that role, having a couple of lackeys run around, do her work for her. I don't think that's Tiffy, because Tiffy is too big of a star, and she's going to be once she turns on Nia. I think a lot of people want to see Tiffy cash in on Nia. I think it would be cool for Tiffany to cash in on Liv, only because Raw could use the help with the women's division, and I think Tiffany Stratton added into there would be a nice wrinkle. But, they could end up just doing it for Nia and Tiffy so that they could have a feud going, the next few months and stuff. But, I won't be mad either way. I just think that turn, I think her cashing in is coming in very soon. Maybe as soon as like Crown Jewel. I don't know. I feel like it's very soon. We get that match, Candice LeRae versus Naomi, solid match. At some point here, Indy Hartwell gets involved. She ends up hitting Naomi against the post, throws her in the ring, and then that's when Bayley comes running down to make the save here, and then ultimately Naomi gets the win on Candice LeRae. Cool match, nothing crazy to write home about, nothing insane. Bayley ends up getting the ring and celebrating with Naomi afterwards, and that's pretty much how that match goes. Okay, I have to look at my phone on this one because I took a bunch of notes. We get the face-off here between Gunther and Cody Rhodes, and I was not expecting it to go this hard. Actually, this promo was fire. It was great. I loved every second of this, and it actually, I still don't really care about the Crown Jewel title. I don't like the belt. I don't care who wins the title. I don't care. But I am interested in a Cody versus Gunther match. I am looking forward to a Gunther versus Cody match. That, I think, is what I'm most excited for. This could have been a non-title match. It could have nothing on the line. It could have been just Gunther versus Cody, and I would have been just as excited because this promo right here, and I'm not even saying it was an all-time classic, but it did enough to get me to actually care about Cody versus Gunther. I don't care who wins it. I don't care who gets the championship for one night. I just want to see the match. So first of all, Gunther interrupts Cody's turnbuckle whoa. He takes that away from the crowd. I thought that was really cool. Nicely timed as well. I have to keep looking at my phone. I'm sorry because I took a lot of notes here. Okay, so one thing Gunther said to Cody was, The Crown Jewel title has nothing to do with Cody's daughter, and he doesn't understand why Cody keeps trying to bring in like family into these storylines. He says it's just champ versus champ, and let's just see who the better one is. That's pretty much that's all Gunther is. He's all business. He doesn't want to bring in personal stuff. You never see Gunther bring in personal stuff. You never see him bring in, I'm doing this for my dad, I'm doing this for whatever. No. Gunther is just put on the trunks, get in the ring, and beat some ass. That's all he's there for, right? Cody ends up bringing all these emotional elements into everything, and it's true, he does. And sometimes it seems like it's a little bit of a crutch. It kind of gets a little annoying after a while. I think a lot of people got on Cody because they were tired of him talking about, my dad, I'm the son of. I'm like, okay, we get it, we know. But we need something else in these promos for us to actually care. You can't keep just saying that like you're Dusty Rhodes' son, and growing up you and your dad had all these hard times, and no pun intended. We get it, we know, but give us something else to care about here. So now Cody here, he is again bringing his daughter into it. I'm with Gunther on this. You may have your own opinion here, but I'm with Gunther. That's my guy. I'm rooting for him to win. I don't think he will, but I'm rooting for Gunther at Crown Jewel, and we will be doing a predictions video on that too, by the way. Gunther says to Cody that he's trying to live up to other standards. He's always trying to live up to like the John Cena standard with how much he works and being the face that goes everywhere, media, magazines, meet and greets, all this kind of stuff, right? He does all of that stuff. And then he also says that Cody is trying to do all of this to purposely be too dramatic with the whole family, the stuff, and working that John Cena standard, all that kind of thing. Whereas Gunther is just about himself. He doesn't mind saying no to people. He doesn't mind saying no to the boss. He doesn't mind saying no to the media. He doesn't mind saying no to the fans. Gunther is just there for Gunther, and that's all he is, right? And Cody takes exception to that. Cody said that he was at the site of Vegas where WrestleMania will be, and he was doing all the reports, the meet and greets, which I thought I saw pictures of Gunther there too. I could be wrong, but Cody was there doing all the media for all that stuff, and he said, "Where were you, Gunther? You could not have been bothered." And I thought that was a pretty cool line. He says that Gunther doesn't want the responsibility, which I thought was kind of cool. Gunther says that he is the workhorse champion, which I would normally agree, but to be fair, Cody and Gunther barely ever wrestle on Raw and SmackDown, so I don't know. I can't really consider that the workhorse title. So, but whatever. I get what he's saying. The World Heavyweight Championship is supposed to be like the workhorse championship. Seth did it, and now like Gunther has it. So I guess, but I don't really see that. Gunther says he has all the responsibility. He has the guts to say no to everybody. And this is what I thought came really cool. He said that if Cody ever said no to, like Gunther does, if he ever said no to the media, to the boss or whatever, that Cody's spot would be gone. His story would be over. I thought that was pretty cool point that Gunther said. It's like he's like telling Cody that Cody feels like he has to do all this to stay where he's at, or else all of it will come crumbling down. It's like he knows. He says, as soon as you stop being the servant, all of this goes away for you. I thought that was pretty cool. Cody talks about having guts, and he says having guts is taking the first shot, and he hits Gunther, and then Kaiser gets involved. He shows up, and he ends up hitting Cody, and they end up beating up on Cody for a little bit, and then Randy Orton comes out to make the save. I thought this promo was awesome. I probably did a bang-up job trying to explain all of what happened, but that's the gist of it. It was really good. If you have a moment, go watch the promo. It'd be better than the way I explained it. It was really good, worth watching, and it's got me excited for the Cody versus Gunther match now at Crown Jewel. One thing I do have to point out, Randy Orton, when he came out to help, at the end of it, when he gave Cody the title, he was still eyeballing that title. That Randy Orton, still looking at that championship. I think we can all expect what's going to happen here eventually. It's going to happen. Maybe they're just holding off on it. They're going to tease it for months. So when they put that video package up with the build versus Cody and Randy, they're going to keep playing all these clips where Randy's just staring at the title. I thought that was pretty freaking cool. All right, we got a backstage segment here. It's Ava, Adam Pearce, and Nick Aldis in the locker room. Jade and Bianca come walking in, and all three of those general managers announce to everybody in the room that Jade and Bianca will be defending their tag team championships in a fatal four-way tag team match. It'll be against Metaphor, which is Lash Legend, and Chikara Jackson, Damage Control, Kairi Sane and Io Sky, and Chelsea Green and Piper Niven. I think this match is going to be underrated, but I think it's going to deliver. I think this match is going to be very entertaining to watch. I think it's happening at Crown Jewel, and I think this is going to be really good. What a way to end Smackdown this week. Oh my gosh. Okay, so Motor City Machine Guns come out, and they're facing DIY. Whoever wins this tag team match becomes the number one contender for the Bloodlines Tag Team Championships. We have a great match here between DIY and Motor City Machine Guns. I mean, somebody asked the other day, how do I feel about the tag team division? These two tag teams right here, that could carry a division. They did great. Motor City Machine Guns end up winning this match. This is only their second match. This is their second match in WWE. They become tag team or number one contenders for the tag team championships. I thought that was great. They won. A little misstep here. Johnny Gargano accidentally super kicks Ciampa. Ciampa looks mad after the match. I don't know if this is a tease or planting seeds for a split. I hope not. I feel like we got a little more juice out of these guys, especially now with MCGM coming in. MCMG coming in, and this will be a good tag team division with them in it, but I could be wrong. They could be splitting soon or whatever, or it could be nothing. Either way, they're celebrating in the ring, and then the Bloodline comes out. We hit to a commercial, and when we come back, Nick Aldis is in the ring with the Bloodline and Motor City Machine Guns. Solo introduces himself, tells Brooklyn to shut their mouths, and then he immediately tells them to acknowledge him. It's like, which one do you want, Solo? Pick one. He ends up talking to Motor City Machine Guns, introducing himself. I'm Solo. I'm your tribal chief. Motor City Machine Guns say, hey, nice to meet you, tribal chief, but I'm Chris Sabin. This is Alex Shelley. We're the Motor City Machine Guns, and we're the number one contenders for those tag team championships. And then he basically, Motor City Machine Guns pretty much say, we want those titles. We're coming for those titles, so you name the place, whenever, wherever. And Solo says, well, really? Okay. Whenever, wherever. I thought it was funny the way he mocked them. He's like, wherever, whatever. I was like, damn, Solo, getting petty out here. But he ends up saying, okay, what about right now? Let's do it right now. Nick Aldis does not like this. He says, no, I'll be damned. These guys have worked 20 years in this industry. They finally earned a title shot. They're finally in WWE. I'm not going to let you just challenge them to the match after they just had a banger with DIY. And then Alex Shelley cuts him off, says, no. We want to do this right now. So all this confirms, you guys want to do this, you guys want to do this, the fans, you want to see this? Fine. Let's get a ref. Let's do this. So Motor City Machine Guns works back-to-back matches on the same night. What a couple of weeks for those guys. Face the Bloodline, and in the middle of this match here, Solo gets on the apron, and then someone pulls him down from behind. And it's Jimmy Uso. He super kicks Solo. I mean, he fights Solo. He puts him in, throws him into the turnbuckle post. He attacks Jacob Fatu. They end up getting the numbers on him, and then Roman Reigns comes out. And then Roman Reigns is walking down. Fatu and Solo go up to the stage area. Roman hits a Superman punch on Jacob Fatu. Jimmy catches up, ends up hitting Solo. These four men end up brawling towards the back, and then the referee gets knocked down in the match, which leads to an opening. Tama Tonga tells Tonga Loa to go get some chairs. Tonga Loa goes out and gets the chairs. And then when he's about to get back in the ring, we see another person in a hooded black hoodie come out. And everybody's seeing yeet, 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 because we all know what the deal is. Super kick to Tonga Loa, gets in the ring, a super kick, and then a spear, a chair shot, whatever. All that stuff to Tama Tonga. Jay ends up revealing it's himself. He ends up trying to wake the ref up. He gets out of the ring. And then Motor City Machine Guns pin and beat the Bloodline and become the new tag team champions. I thought this was amazing. And the celebration at the end with all the pyro and stuff, I felt good. These guys deserve it. They've been doing this for so long. They deserve those championships and the acknowledgement and appreciation. And I wonder how long they'll keep it for and the feuds that they'll have, because they can go. Those guys are good. I think the tag team division is looking good right now in WWE. But, very cool moment there. They leave, and Jay's left in the ring, and who comes out? It's Jimmy Uso walking down to the ring. And I thought the show was over. I was like, oh, okay, cool. But no, Jimmy comes walking out. I'm like, what is going to happen here? Jimmy gets in the ring, talks a little bit to Jay. Jay's kind of talking to him a little bit, rubbing his hands. Like, what's going to happen here? These guys going to brawl or what? They end up walking up. Jimmy ends up walking up to Jay, and they end up hugging. And I was like, whoa, that crowd erupted. So we got the Usos on the same page, and then we look up on the stage, and there's Roman just watching from afar. I'm like, damn, this is pretty damn cool. This is really cool. Some people were saying and posting these pictures about what happened on the Bloodline after the show went off the air, and they were all standing in the ring with their hands in the air. I don't know if that's a valid picture or not. I think Roman has his hair up and he's wearing something different. I think Jay's wearing a different shirt, so I don't know how valid that is. But if that happened after SmackDown, that's pretty cool. But pretty cool here. We got Jey Uso and Jimmy back on the same page. They're hugging. They're cool. And I like the fact that they didn't automatically put Roman in there. He's just watching from afar, and it's kind of like FOMO. He's like missing out on this. So I think Roman's got some work to do to get Jay on his side. But very cool moment. Very cool to see. I can't wait to see what happens after this. War Games is shaping up slowly but surely. This is going to be awesome. You guys let me know what you think about SmackDown and what you think about the whole Usos being back with Roman. I've seen some mixed opinions so far, but I like it. If it's a one-off, I like it. Let me just get it for War Games, and then everybody can go do their own thing again. I'd be cool with that. But all right, long video. Sorry about that. That was SmackDown. It was just a lot happened. It was a good jam-packed in some areas of a SmackDown. Until we eat again, my friends, be aware for more videos. Of course, if you have emails you would like to send in, wickedbittermedia@gmail.com. Send them in. I would love to read them on here and make a video or two about them. And then, we got the predictions video coming out pretty soon, probably another week because it's next Saturday for Crown Jewel. Enjoy your weekend. Have a good rest of your day. Until we eat again, my friends, as always, stay bitter.